however you want to get started this morning. As always, maybe even laying down or stretching the legs out long. Just listen to your body this morning. Together, we'll take a full breath in and let it go. Another full breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh it out. One more full breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. And just begin to arrive for your morning practice. And allowing the sit bones to root down into the mat. Feel grounded. And find length through the spine. The head reaches up towards the sky. Maybe there's a slight tuck of the chin. Shoulders begin to slide down the back. Hands are resting comfortably in the lap or the tops of the thighs. And then start to relax through the hip creases. With the legs, the knees open up heavy. Finding stillness. And just bringing awareness to our physical body. Noticing the space that we occupy, the very outline of your body. The temperature of the air on your skin. Sensation of any clothing or the mat. Noticing any sense in the air. Any sounds around you. And then beginning to bring that awareness inward. Noticing how you're feeling mentally and emotionally this morning. Just being honest with yourself, allowing yourself to really notice, really feel. There's no right or wrong, good or bad. Noticing where the mind starts to wander. Thoughts begin to come up of your day ahead, the weekend, or maybe you're still stuck on something from yesterday. Notice what these thoughts start to do to the physical body. Notice if you've tensed or tightened anywhere. See if you can re-soften. Notice each thought that comes into the mind's eye like a little cloud, and then allow it to float on off toward the horizon, letting each one go. Knowing that important ones will stick around, you can pick them up later. Let go of anything that no longer serves you. Another full breath in and out. We'll draw the hands together at heart center and call to mind an intention for your practice. Whatever form it takes, imagine it right in front of you. Allow it to anchor your practice along with your breath, to ground you, allow you to come back to stillness. Another full breath in and sigh it out. Inhale, the arms will sweep up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale through heart center. One more time, arms will sweep high. Exhale, hands through heart center. And the left fingertips down by the side. Inhale, the right arm sweeps high, side body stretch over to the left. Keep those hips rooting down. Inhale up through center, right fingertips come down to the mat, left arm sweeps up and over. Inhale up through center. Find an interlace at the small of the back. Draw the interlace away. Shoulder blades draw together. Long through the spine. Relax the shoulders. Full breaths here. Let go of the interlace. Walk the hands out in front of you. Forward fold. You can let the head hang heavy here. Again, keep those hips rooting back towards the mat or prop. Inhale, the hands will walk back up to center. We'll come up to kneeling. So you can set aside any props you might have had underneath the hips. And we're just going to find a little half hero flow here, opening up through the side body. So we'll sweep one arm up and over, and then come through center. You can dip forward, almost like a little bit of a hip circle. Bring the other arm up. If you can, just keep your eyes closed here. It doesn't matter what you look like or anything. Just allow yourself to feel. Ignore the sounds of emails coming in. I don't know if you guys can. Just allow yourself to feel expansive. Open up through the heart, the side body, the shoulders. We'll take one more on each side. And then we'll curl the toes under. Forgive me, we're going to take a feet stretch early on this morning. We'll just get it out of the way. So curl the toes under and then start to mindfully sit the hips back on towards the heels and come up to kneeling or thereabouts. Strong breath here. Really testing our breath early this morning. If you need to come out of it at all, just lean forward and then come back into it. One more full breath in. Exhale to come forward, tap the feet out. We'll take this right into our cat-cow flow here. Inhaling, the belly will drop. Exhale to round through the spine. Push the mat away. Take that back bend right between the shoulder blades. Finding the rounding in the upper back. Same thing with the dip. Shine the heart forward. Taking the back bend out of the lower back. And then adding in any other motions that feel good here. Anything else that you like on your in your tabletop, any hip circles. Maybe sweep the hips down towards the heels and back around. Again, if you can keep your eyes closed, it doesn't matter what these postures look like, as long as they feel good. Or if you like your rolling tabletop here, taking the hips back towards the heels, and then rounding up through center, push the mat away, drop the hips back down towards the mat. So many options here. We'll take one more round of whatever flow we're practicing, and then we'll meet back in tabletop. Roll the toes under. Let the hips press back to kiss the heels for just a second. And then inhale, we'll come up on into our down dog. We can pedal out through the feet here. If you're not into down dog this morning, you can stay in your tabletop. The hips are nice and high. Heels are pressing down towards the mat. No need to ever actually touch the mat, but just that energetic press of the heels down. And finding length through the spine, the tailbone reaches up. Head can hang heavy. Inhale, we'll come up high onto the tiptoes. Exhale, bend deeply into the knees. Look to the top of the mat and take many little tiptoes up to meet the hands. We'll find our favorite forward fold. If you like a ragdoll, grab for opposite elbows, or maybe finding that clasp with the small of the back again. Again, lots of options here. Find a little movement, maybe side to side. Just let the head hang heavy. Let gravity do the work here. Every last little bit of tension, just melting off the shoulders, off the crown of the head. And then releasing any bind that we might have, we'll inhale for a halfway lift. Flat back here. Exhale to fold. We'll heel toe the feet out, mass width distance. And then walk the hands over towards the left foot. Folding twist here. And keep the head hanging heavy. Inhale to walk the hands back through center, right on over to the right side. Inhale back through center, heel toe the feet back to hips width distance. We'll take a slow roll all the way up to standing. Head, neck, and shoulders lift lats. Shoulders roll up towards the ears and then slide down the spine. Inhale, both arms will sweep high. We'll grab hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale for length, and then side body over to the right. Keep that left foot rooting down into the mat, lengthen both sides of the body. Inhale up through center, switch the grip. Deep breath in for length. And then exhale to side body over to the left. Inhale up through center. Exhale to hinge at the hips and fold forward. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale to fold, plant the hands. Step back to our high plank. Bring the knees down towards tabletop. Take a slow lower down towards the mat. Bring the belly all the way down. Inhale to peel the head, neck, and shoulders away from the mat in a baby cobra. Keep the belly engaged and the lower back safe. Exhale to release. Inhale for a baby cobra. This time peek over the right shoulder. Strong through the belly. Inhale through center, exhale over the left shoulder. Exhale to lower, back through center. We'll move through our tabletop and find our way back to our down dog. So press up onto the knees, curl the toes under, and then the hips come high. Inhale, we'll sweep the right leg high. Exhale to step it through to our hands. Back knee will come down to the mat, left knee down to the mat, arms sweep high in our Anjaneyasana. Feeling strong in your foundation, maybe heel toe the front foot out a little if you're feeling wobbly. Shoulders are relaxed. Full breath in. Exhale to plant the hands to frame the front foot. Inhale to shine the heart forward. Exhale, shift the hips back over the back knee. Scoot the right toes out a little bit further. Flex through that foot half split. If you like to stay here, finding length through the back of the right leg, or you can come all the way down on to rest your butt on your heel of your left foot and then fold forward. Couple variations here. In either variation, you're focusing on length through the spine, so the crown of the head reaching towards those front toes. Inhale will come up through center, so pour the weight back into the right toes. Curl the left toes under, step the foot halfway up the mat, pyramid pose. So feet are still separated, hips with distance, but front to back, like you're standing on train tracks. Inhale for length. Exhale to fold, good spot for blocks. In any orientation, if you like them here, let the head hang heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to start to walk the hands over towards the long edge of the mat, the left side of the mat. Heel toe the feet out wide. Toes are facing towards the edge of the mat, so parallel to the long edges, and then take a forward fold here. Again, let the head hang heavy, maybe find a clasp at the small of the back, and then maybe even the interlace starts to draw away. And then you'll notice you can rock back and forth a little bit on your feet. And letting go of the interlace, hands come back towards the mat. Walk the hands over to frame the left foot this time. We'll bring the right knee down towards the mat. Arms sweep high, Anjaneyasana. Shoulders are relaxed. Hips are tracking towards the mat, that weightiness through the hips. Full breath in. Exhale to plant the hands to frame the front foot. Inhale to shine the heart forward. Exhale, hips over the back knee. Scoot those left toes forward a little bit, half split. So stay here if you like with the hips high, or come back onto the right heel. The thighs are parallel if you're in this variation and you're still focusing on length through the spine. Forward folding over the left leg. Inhale, we'll start to pour the weight back into the left foot. Curl the right toes under, step the right foot halfway up, pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. Inhale for length through the spine and exhale to forward fold. Breathe here. That left hip is drawing back in line with the right. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, start to walk the hands back over to the long edge. Heel toe those feet out wide. This time, maybe the toes point out towards the corners, and we'll just take a gentle forward fold here. Inhale for a halfway lift. Walk the hands back over the right foot. Left foot steps up to meet the right, and another slow roll all the way up to standing. We'll take our tree pose, and then I guess we'll have to throw in a, oh, we didn't do a three-legged dog. Anyways, we might lift the left leg at some time. Find your solid foundation here, feet hips width distance. And then your mountain pose, just take a gentle rock around on the soles of the feet. Find that perfect point of balance. Your knees stacking over your ankles, hips over the knees, shoulders over the hips, crown of the head, balancing gracefully on top of it all. Close the eyes here. Just start to root down through your foundation. This little engagement through the belly. Check in with the tailbone. There's a slight tuck of the tailbone that it's not dipping forward or drawing in too much. Again, just noticing all of these little pieces of the puzzle. And then coming into our tree, we'll start to pour the weight into the sole of the left foot, get light on the toes of the right. Maybe this morning you're just kickstanding the right foot at the left ankle, or maybe you're coming into a different variation. Keeping a strong belly here, keeping strong breath. Wherever the foot is, we're going to just draw that knee away from us, out to the side, open up through the hip. It can be anywhere on the leg. Just make sure you're not pressing against the knee joint. And then arms wherever is comfortable. Maybe you grow your tree. Maybe you're finding a little sway in the breeze. Nice job, you guys. Another full breath in. Exhale, hands will come to heart center if they've left. Draw the knee mindfully in toward the midline. And then exhale it back down to the mat. Nice job. Nobody toppled over. That's good. Give it a little shake out. Release through that left leg. And then we'll find our mountain pose again, our Tadasana. Feet hips width distance. Allow yourself to close your eyes here. Again, just rock around a little bit. Find that perfect point of balance. Everything stacking one on top of the other. Shoulders relaxed. Slight engagement through the belly. Check in with that tailbone. And then when you're ready, start to pour the weight into the right foot. Get light through the toes of the left. And then find your tree variation on this side and notice if it's different. Sometimes one side is challenging, more challenging than the other. So just be patient with yourself here, noticing the differences, and mindfully making your way to your full expression today. Strong and steady breath. Strong core. Still mind. Full breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center if they've left. Draw the knee in towards the midline. And then exhale to release it back to the mat. Shake it out. Nice job, you guys. Beautiful tree. We'll take the feet out a little bit wider than hips width distance and just shake it out here. Swing the arms around. Oof, hit the wall. Arms can come up high, down by the sides, and into one knee. Allow yourself, again, it doesn't matter what this looks like. Nobody's watching you. Nobody cares. Let it feel good. Find release. Have a little fun. And then slowly start to come back to stillness. We'll heel toe the feet back to hips width distance. Inhale, the arms will sweep high together. Exhale, hinge forward and fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, step back to our high plank. We'll take a slow lower down through our Chaturanga. Take your time here. Inhale for an upward facing dog, or maybe stay in your baby cobra again, if it feels better for the back. And then an exhale, we'll slide the hips back towards a child's pose. Walk the hands out long in front. Maybe find a little active arm here, 10 through the fingertips. We'll take our thread the needle arm, staying in our child's pose here. The right fingertips will slide underneath the left arm. And then the side of the head can come down towards the mat. Inhale will come through center. The right fingertips will extend long again, right over to the other side. Left fingertips slide underneath the right arm. Hips are still pressing back towards the heels. Inhale through center. Left fingertips long. And then we'll come back up to our tabletop. We'll take a round of cat-cow here. And then in our neutral spine, we're just going to step the right foot up. So we're kind of in our low lunge again, maybe a little bit closer than our normal opening up through the hip. And we'll come up. The hands can rest on the top of the knee. We're just kind of in a gentle Anjaneyasana here. Full breath in. Exhale to plant the hands again. Heel toe the right foot out towards the wide edge of the mat, and a gentle lizard twist. So you might push the thigh away gently with the right hand. Take over the shoulder. You can come up onto the outer edges of your right foot. If you like a block or something underneath the left hand, ease into this. And then coming back through center, we're going to heel toe the right foot over towards the left edge of the mat. We're not going to come into our half pigeon though. We're just going to sit onto that hip and find our gate latch pose. So mindful of your transitions here. Make them as graceful as you can. Nice. Start to walk the left fingertips down the leg. The right arm will sweep up and over like a rainbow across the sky. Find length through the side body and keep that right shoulder opening up. Maybe even gaze up towards the ceiling. Encourage that shoulder to peel back. Inhale, we'll come up through center. Plant the right hand behind the hip, fallen star. The hips come up high. The left toes can point. Allow yourself expansiveness across the chest. Open up through the heart, through the hips. Let it feel good. Full breath in. Exhale, the hips come back down towards the mat. And then gracefully make your way back towards your tabletop. So just be mindful again of transitions. Round of cat-cow here. And then from our neutral tabletop, just step that left leg up in between the feet and then come up, just gently pressing the palms into the top of the thigh. Full breath in. Exhale to release. Heel toe the left foot out wide, and then find that gentle opening twist. Pressing the thigh away with the left hand, peek over the shoulder. And then coming back through center, left toes will walk over towards the right edge of the mat. And then we come down onto that hip. Into our gate latch. The left sole of the foot's nestled into the right thigh. And then walk the right fingertips down the leg. Left arm sweeps up and open across the sky. Maybe look up. Feel the shoulder open. Inhale up through center. Plant the left hand. Hips come high. Fallen star. Point through the right toes. And allow yourself again to feel open. Expansive across the chest, the hips, into the shoulder. Exhale to bring the hips back down to the mat. Both legs will extend long in front. Give the legs a little shake out. Inhale, both arms will sweep high. Exhale to hinge and fold forward long over both legs. If you like, a deep bend in the knee to really bring the belly down onto the tops of the thighs. You might even slide a bolster or something under the knees. Another full breath in. Let it go. Inhale up through center. We'll take a slow roll all the way down onto our backs. And take a full body stretch here. And draw the knees in towards the chest. Find a little rock side to side. And then we'll come into our supine twist. So the next time the knees are over off towards the right side, bring the knees all the way down to the mat. Maybe scoot the hips back towards the center of the mat, just to allow yourself a little more depth in the twist. Arms can come out wide to either side, and if it's comfortable, the gaze is back over the left shoulder. Full breath in. Exhale to soften. And again, just bringing your attention, the awareness of your physical body the space that you occupy on the mat. Noticing the areas that you might be holding tense or tight, where you can soften. Now we'll draw the knees back through center, reset the hips. And then we'll take the knees over to the left side and scoot the hips back towards the center of the mat. Arms come wide, gaze back over the right shoulder if that's okay. And again, just a gentle body scan, shedding anything that's no longer serving you, anything that's not supporting you. Now draw the knees back up through center, reset the hips. And then we'll find legs up the wall, extending both legs straight up towards the sky, maybe sliding a block underneath the sacrum, or your hands right underneath the small of the back. And just allow yourself to feel the shift in your practice here, the reverse flow of circulation, of energy, maybe a slowing of the heart rate. Full breath in. Wait for the exhale. And then mindfully lowering everything back down to the mat. Setting aside any props, we'll find our Supta Baddha Konasana for a few breaths. Soles of the feet come together, the knees out wide. Maybe you have the arms overhead this morning. If you're feeling open and energetic, or maybe finding one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Remind yourself of your intention. Maybe setting a new one for the rest of the day. Or maybe that's still resonating with you. Start to think about how you might work towards that intention, that quality, that goal, what you can take off your mat with you into your day. How you can share your practice with those around you. And then staying here or making your way towards your favorite final resting pose. Maybe grabbing for bolsters if you like to get cozy, allowing yourself to take up space. Together, we'll take a full breath in. Open the mouth wide and sigh it out. Another full breath in. And let it go. Letting go of your physical practice. Letting go of the control of the muscles, allowing them to just melt down into the mat. Letting go of control of the breath. And even control of the mind. Imagine again the very outline of your body. Almost as if you could look back and see it lying there on the mat. As you float away, drifting into your Shavasana. Finding stillness, finding peace, finding freedom. Beginning to deepen your breath. Maybe bringing some small movements back to your fingers and your toes. Taking a full breath in and letting it go. When you're ready to move, we'll draw the knees in towards the chest. And then rolling onto your favorite side and mindfully pressing back up towards your seat. Eyes can remain closed. And hands will draw in together at heart center when we get there. One more time, we'll bring to mind our intention or maybe a dedication for our practice. A person, group of people, or maybe yourself today. We could use a little extra love and benefit from our practice, our energy, our strength. We'll close practice with a silent Om, our last final cleansing breath. Full breath in all the way up, biggest one yet. Let it go. Thumb knuckles draw to the third eye center. We bow forward together, honoring each other, this practice that we share, and the recipients of our dedication. Namaste.